Nothing is more brutal, more terrifying, more death-defying, and awestruck inspiring than...
Looks like you're jumping the gun a bit there, Doctor.
Why must you always spoil my fun? No wonder your name is Nurse Work.
We have a show to do, and while I appreciate your enthusiasm, we really should make sure the audience is on the same page before we get too dramatic.
Very well. Speaking of dramatic, welcome to this month's theme.
Screw Attack Month!
No. Although I guess you could say our theme is one of their only headline shows that anyone cares about nowadays.
Ouch! Burn.
Well, it's the truth.
Oh, no, not that. I burned my foot on this acid running along the floor. Let me clean this up. Hold on.
Anyway, this month's theme, as I'm sure you've all guessed by now, Death Battle! For those unfamiliar with this timeless internet show, it's an online series where two characters from any game or series or movie fight to the death to prove who is superior. The show is run by two hosts, Wiz and Boomstick. But for this month, our challenges will be narrated by Nurse Worse and myself. Although I do wish we had some flashier nicknames.
Sorry about that. Now that I have that mess cleaned up, we can jump right into the mess of rejected battle submissions to Screw Attack.
Wait, we have access to their email?
Of course not, Doctor. But if you have spent 5 minutes in their comments section, if you dare tread through a YouTube comment section, you will see countless battle recommendations from fans, and this month we will be making one of them come true.
Of course. Frankly, there are so many amazing matchups to sort through. But this week, I think we'll have some old school and new school fans reeling.
Before we lead our viewers on too much, we should let them know that due to some budgetary restraints, we will not be having actual battles on the show.
You spent all our money at the beach, didn't you?
No, Doctor!
So we won't see anyone getting punched in the face?
If you keep asking silly questions, you just might, Doctor. This month, instead of death brawls, we will be hosting death debates.
Each contestant will plead their case using their words, not their fists. And the winner will be chosen by us.
I think it's time we introduce this month's combatants, don't you?
Indeed! Our first matchup deals with a pair of symbiotic duos. A modern and classic partnership of platforming adventurers and collectors of shiny trinkets. None other than Banjo-Kazoiee versus Yooka-Laylee. I'm Doc, and she's Broomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, personality, and gameplay to find out who would win a death debate.
Wait, are you really going to call me Broomstick?
Banjo and Kazooie. Banjo is the lovable loaf and all-around sweetheart of a bear.
And Kazooie, the sassy salad with a short fuse and a foul mouth.
That duo sounds all too familiar, doesn't it, Broomstick?
We are not using that name, Doctor!
Speaking of names, Banjo and Kazooie were both named after musical instruments, the banjo and the kazoo, which both characters are known to be expert players of.
Although, they are only seen playing them in the opening cinematic of their first game.
The first game is home to many clever Easter eggs, and it's also one of the most widely loved and accepted games in most retro gaming communities, setting a standard that all 3D platforms would strive to be. Released for the Nintendo 64 on June 29, 1998, Banjo-Kazooie follows the story of a lazy bear named Banjo and his loud-mouthed, feathery friend Kazooie, searching to rescue Banjo's little sister, Tootie, from an evil witch named Gruntilda. Wait, that sounds familiar. And then she just popped out of existence, never appearing in the sequel game, Banjo-Tooie.
While Banjo doesn't particularly like going on adventures, he is swept into countless situations requiring him to frequently move out of his comfort zone. He is a simple creature that enjoys honey and long naps, and while he can be slow at times, he is loyal to the ones he loves and will go to great lengths to give it his all.
Enough with the sap, let's get to the good stuff.
Right. While Banjo can't run very fast or jump very high on his own, he is still a formidable foe. Banjo is an excellent swimmer and can climb structures having a precise grip and overwhelming strength.
For someone that loves to nap and snack all day, he sure is in good shape.
Well, he is a bear.
Bears are pretty badass. I wish I could eat and sleep all day and wake up with a gun show.
That certainly would be something, Doctor. However, it isn't only Banjo's raw strength that makes him such a formidable foe. Banjo can also take quite a hit as well. He's tanked explosions from crates of dynamite bigger than himself, and in Banjo-Tooie, he survived a 6-second free fall that would kill anyone else, about 570 feet or so by my calcs. And if he gets badly hurt, a snack of honey or snooze in his backpack turned sleeping bag can patch him up as good as new.
Banjo, despite his cuddly exterior, is certainly proving himself to be someone I do not want to tangle with. Kazoiee, on the other hand, is my kind of gal. She loves adventures and has the foulest mouth in the South.
She certainly does, Doctor. However, she doesn't like to insult her friend Banjo. Most of the time, at least. Their friendship is a strange one, with both of them having completely opposite personalities. However, it is clear that there is a mutual respect between the two of them.
Kazoiee is known to get the two of them into trouble with her inability to keep her beak shut. But she has a strong sense of justice and will go out of her way to defend those in need, usually if money or treasure is involved. It is this powerful will that not only allows her to talk the talk, but fly the fly.
She doesn't do as much flying as you would think. She spends most of her time snuggled in the backpack of Banjo on their long quests together. However, she's quite the powerhouse on her own. Kazooie's not only faster than Banjo, she can fly, climb steep slopes, shoot eggs by either spitting them or having them go out of her posterior, drill through solid rock with her beak, and via golden feathers, become invulnerable for brief periods of time.
I need to get more flying-type Pokemon. These birds are weapons of mass destruction in and of themselves.
I am curious about what kind of bird lays eggs made of fire, ice, or explosives.
Better than the canaries I used to have, I can tell you that much.
While these two troublemakers are powerful on their own, they are an unstoppable force when partnered.
They can perform several stunts together, such as the Breagle Blaster, where Banjo uses Kazooie as his own personal combat rifle, capitalizing on Kazooie's ability to shoot a broad assortment of eggs, be it on land, air, or underwater. Kazooie can even carry Banjo on foot or on wing without even losing a fraction of her speed. And I thought Banjo was the team muscle here.
This broad arsenal of attacks have allowed these two to accomplish several feats like defeating the witch Gruntilda, along with hags and other various enemies, some of which were just giant random objects with eyes and the gift of speech. They also have good memory, as they regularly answer relevant plot questions to a wacky game show. Good memory, courage, and perseverance seem to be their most admirable qualities.
Yeah, strength and courage, yada yada. I bet Banjo punched them all in the face, didn't he?
Well, you aren't totally wrong, but it is going to take more than a punch in the face to defeat their slippery opponents.
Prophecy told of a special green chameleon and a purple fruit bat.
I don't think any prophecy predicted this duo, but I like where you're going with this.
I'm just trying to make it sound cool, okay?
Coolness comes from within, Doc, and in this case, it comes from within a dedicated base of fans. This game was created to be a spiritual successor to the original, a modern take on the Banjo-Kazoiee series. And on May 1st, 2015, a Kickstarter launched that aimed to raise £175,000 to create the game fans have been waiting for. However, within 40 minutes, they raised way beyond their goal, reaching £2,090,104. Over $2 million US. That's over 11 times the original amount. The game was then released on April 11, 2017 for PC, Linux, Mac, PS4, Xbox One, and eventually the Nintendo Switch.
That is impressive. In all seriousness, it's amazing and beautiful to see such love and support come out of the woodworks for a project like this.
Absolutely! And while the game was not as successful as the original, it captured the hearts of many fans.
Yooka-Laylee is an open-world platformer that explores huge, beautiful worlds, collects even more shiny collectibles, and follows the story of these two lovable characters, Yooka and Laylee, on their epic quest to thwart the evil corporate capital B, and his devious scheme to absorb all the world's books for profit.
Wait, the plot revolves around stealing books? For profit? That sounds backwards for a modern game. Everyone uses Audible nowadays.
Audible? Never heard of it. But I'd love it if they sponsored us.
Not surprised, but we aren't here to talk about what we don't know. We are here to talk about the skills on these cuties.
Indeed. Yooka the calm, intelligent, adventure-craving chameleon, and Laylee the wisecracking, quick-witted, and unhinged ladybat came together to create a marvelous duo.
Yooka's name, if you haven't already guessed, is based on the two-name pun with his partner Laylee, forming the musical string instrument Yooka-Laylee. Yooka, aside from being quite a charmer, is also a formidable foe on the battlefield.
Yooka has several abilities that he uses in combat, such as his slurp state, which gives him the ability to gain elemental properties when licking certain objects. The lizard leap, where he uses his tail like a spring to jump extra high, and the power of his tongue to use to pull him forward towards objects, and lap up items, tasty butterflies, and berries that grant him special projectiles, like fire, ice, and bombs.
Yooka also has some underwater abilities as well, like how he can create a bubble and walk around the bottom. I don't think we should talk about what it's made of, though. But his most deadly attacks and strategies come into play when partnered with Laylee.
They really are a powerful couple. The green protagonist and the purple sidekick. Such a great combination.
Right they are! Although I think you have your colors confused, Doctor. I am clearly pink. Although she may look like a sidekick, Laylee is not someone you would want to take lightly. Laylee is a fruit bat that rides on the back of her friend Yooka. As adorable as she may appear to be, she can be very offensive, impatient, and cynical, and this translates into her fighting style.
On her own, she can use the sonar shot, a beam that Laylee shoots to stun nearby enemies and activate targeted objects, the sonar explosion, a sound wave that deals damage and stuns enemies, and the sonar shield, a shield of sonar energy that Laylee creates to protect the duo from harm and deal damage to enemies.
Together, the duo can use a multitude of attacks. The Flappy Flight gives the ability to fly for a certain amount of time, and the Buddy Slam allows Yooka to jump while Laylee hits Yooka downward in mid-air to create a ground-style attack. The Cam Cloak is also useful, giving the duo the ability to become light refractive to evade detection from enemies. The Reptile Roll also allows them to wheel super fast up steep hills and can even be charged up to unleash a powerful burst of speed and attack enemies.
Yooka, he's green not blue. Yooka, he's got an attitude.
Yes, it's like Sonic. Moving on.
This quirky moveset of theirs has allowed them to conquer many feats, such as defeating the Ivory Tower Corporation, run by Capital B and his loony assistant, Dr. Quack.
Wow, this game sounds like it's full of surprises. I think I also know a Dr. Quack.
I'm going to pretend that you mean my adorable and convenient pet duck wearing a lab coat, and not your boss who would take immense offense to that.
You have a pet duck in a tiny lab coat?
You clearly don't know me as well as you thought you did.
You got me. You are wackier than I gave you credit for, Doctor.
Oh, you think I'm wacky? Just wait until you hear the debate these competitors have stirred up, because it's time for a dev debate. Thank you so much for coming out today. That will be given at the end of the round. Well...
It's been a pleasure talking to you both, but it's about time for the debate to start.
Settle down, everyone. Save that energy for the debate. I'm going to go over a few ground rules and then we'll get started. In this debate, neither combatant can use their in-game transformations. That would make things confusing and kind of go against the death battle rules of no help. Both teams can only use abilities and items found in their main games, so multiplayer exclusive items are prohibited. Nuts and Bolts is also not to be classed with Banjo-Kazooie's moveset and abilities because we don't talk about that game. Otherwise, yeah, it's fair game. Come along, nurse.
My bets are on Yooka-Laylee.
I think it's obvious who's going to be taking home the honey. My bets are on Banjo-Kazooie. Alright, I think I've made my decision. Take 5, everybody.
That was quite a performance.
You're telling me. And now I have to put together a convincing yet fake gold trophy for them.
Wait, you didn't actually have gold?
I can barely pay the bills, nurse. What makes you think I can afford gold?
You literally just have to draw it. It takes 2 seconds.
Oh, right. Hey!
Yeah?
Can you draw me a nice gold trophy? Right here, put it in my hand.
Oh, sure.
There, problem solved. Now to get to the results.
Thank you kindly.
Anytime.
Thank you all for your participation today. In a moment, let me crown our champion first and then we shall feast. No, this was all I could find. Alright, the winner has been chosen! The winner, for reasons that totally have nothing to do with that bat's insensitivity, is Banjo and Kazooie!
No! Impossible! to admit it. They have more experience, a broader arsenal of abilities, better staying power with their special moves, and are naturally bigger and stronger than you.
They also have a larger arsenal of attacks under their sleeves, and have prevailed through much steeper feats.
There are just too many drawbacks to your characters that, while quirky, would not quite match up to opponents like Banjo and Kazooie.
I was hoping you'd say that. Pull the lever, nurse!
Okay.
Wrong lever. Although I guess this is fine.
What lever were you wanting?
Yeah, it's not important. Anyway, thank you both for playing. Here's your prize. That's it for this week's episode. Tune in next time for another exciting episode of Death Debate!
Thank you all for tuning in for another episode of Dr. Crafty. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon or our merch in the description below to continue supporting the show. We'll see you next time for an exciting battle.